As I walk past this family, I can't help staring. Wife screaming, husband overbearing, both swearing, hands crazed, voices like a train crash, baby's eyes are raised, eyelids to eyelash. Fists dash from one another in child's play, baby fixated on dad to the mother and back again, and I just have the urge to take the pram handle off them and tell them to leave the little one out of it. I've got a space in my arms, maybe I could read her a story. While you name call and argue at the top of your voices, there's a rug and a book I could read out aloud and you can just leave the little one out of it. Holding the baby, I walk past the paper stand. Man screams the news like his lungs own the land. Read all about it, another one shot, and a toddler caught up in the crossfire plots. Drug cartel paybacks, backlash and gangs, guns and grenades and 2 blades to each hand, and whatever the plan that your gangs hatched and fulfilled, I think why don't you just leave the kids out of it? I've got a blanket and book. I could read them a story while you name call and fight at the top of your voices. Give me the kid and I'll sit them together and you could just leave the little ones out of it. Now my rug flies with 2 kids to the US of A as we watch and listen to what the newsreaders say. Obama is on TV with tears in his eyes. Another class of kids shot by a gunman, he cries. And masses of people plead one more time to change laws to make guns harder to buy, and we watch as the folk from the other side stand, National Rifle Association spokesman, and I just want to take that gun from their hands and scream, why can't you see the kids out of it? I've got a space on my rug now, but it is getting quite full. How does a gunman get into a school? As you argue that guns are so important to you and still leave the little ones out of it. I've got a blanket and book. I could read them a story as you name call and debate this at the top of your voices. Give me the kids and I'll try to rewind the story so we can just leave the little ones out of it. On the rug as we sit, I see another 2 babies on a rickety rowing boat sailing away. And I'm worried the rug might not have enough spaces as their dad holds their hands and I see a scared face, trying to desperately get out of a place, to cross over borders through refugee gates. And I look the other way and see 1,000 more kids, fleeing from countries, clutching their things, crossing hot deserts and dangerous seas, running from wars or conflict or threats, leaving their countries in fear of their death, leaving the homes and the friends that they knew, and whatever the reason you don't want them near you, I think can't you just leave the kids out of it? Because there's a hole in the boats, and the babies are sinking, and those kids in the desert have no water for drinking, and I know that you wanted them out of your kingdoms, and whatever your ego and reasons for this, why don't you just leave the kids out of it? Because I've got a rug full of stories and a baby in hand, so put all of those kids in, and I'll try to take them to safe land and stitch out more spaces as best as I can, and we can all just leave the kids out of it. Because our fights they can hear, and our crossfires don't heal, and our wars they can't run from, and our bullets they feel, and our violence they know, and our horrors they wreak. And if you won't let them vote, and we don't let them speak, at least leave the little ones out of it. Because I've a space on my rug, I could read them a book, and at least let them grow up like every kid should. And if I could do it, I'd read my whole damn life through, until we learnt how to leave the kids out of it.